now. They have gone live. This is it. The knife is done. It is on Mirage between HellRaisers and Titan. We'll find out on which side they will be starting. But Thorin, you're going to be casting with Anders, so please, continue.
We'll start the round.
Yeah, well, and actually it looks like it's going to be a bit of a rush towards the B bomb site, and they do slow it down just before they get there with smokes and everything, and they're going to force some Molotovs out from Angel. Actually, no, he's ready with a different grenade. He does have a Molotov, so 2 Molotovs at the B bomb site already, but looked like it was going to be a straight rush from Titan. Now they're backed off a little bit, but probably still going to be a B push here.
And the thing is, like I mentioned before, whenever I've seen HellRaisers play this map, they're usually very aggressive on CT side. So I want to know, will they play back more because it's Titan? Will they play the normal aggro style?
Right now,
they've already got the bomber down at the moment, so that'll be communicated. In theory, everyone should be rotating quickly.
Yeah, they are on their way, certainly. You can see on the minimap there, kucher jumping in without his teammates, just actually going in alone. This is a crazy play, but somehow he's not been caught. He's going to go down to screen, though. That was definitely a bit of a mad dash coming in from kucher. Now it's a 1-on-3 here for markeloff, and he's going to get the first kill on Existence. He's still covering the bomb. He gets the second one on SmithZz,
and now... This is the key thing. He knows where that bomb is, so that guy has to go in front. And that gives him a chance. It still hasn't been picked up, he knows.
It's going to be a 1-on-1 Scream. He's running out of time as well. He's going to have to make a move for it. markeloff's going to pick up the headshot. He wins the 1-on-3, and HellRaisers are going to pick up that first round. What a play.
What's crazy is you would have thought, I think it was kucher who jumped out the window into the fray. You would have thought that's a mistake. Like, his teammates aren't there. They're rotating slowly. But first of all, he moved so far around, he actually pulled the guy who was over to the right of your screen now to look this way. And then I think it was markeloff actually threw a grenade in at that guy's feet so that it set up the rest of the round, actually, that initial engage.
Oh, look how close it is. If
and I think how crucial that they got that bomb down there to allow you to control that 1v1,
All right, well, Titan going to be picking up the second round here. Some body armor on 3 people, CSET 75s on most, so a little bit of a scattered buy coming out here in the second round. Not really fully committed to it either, and they already lose a player in Kenny, and the grenades are going to rain in, so it seems like a good defense so far.
Yeah, this is going to be a pretty standard mop-up, it looks like. There is 1 kill at the moment, but you can't get to that gun, unfortunately, so it's not actually worth anything. Now, this is strange.
Is he going to get that bomb down? Wow,
that's
ridiculous. A big win. A huge win for Titan. That's a bomb plant. Well, they didn't get a bomb plant in the first round, but the fact that they get in the second round and they only bought 3 body armors, you got to wonder, do you think they're going to force it up right away here?
Just the Titan style. I mean, Titan is the team who's most famous for winning those eco rounds and for going for it and having a strategy already planned that this could really work. So have they scouted out HellRaisers who've played this map a lot and not done very well? I could see Titan going for it here. Usually a team like Titan you'd expect wouldn't because they're so structured, but that's actually one of the areas where they've made what's usually erratic play, buying on ecos, into a structured play. They obviously haven't here, they've just bought pistols. Yeah,
but they have invested like 2 deagles. That's a little bit unusual, but I guess...
And I like the way they have the 2 flashes. Because Existence always has something planned. He never just throws away an eco round, unless it's like late in the game and he wants to buy time to talk or something. But if they're in it, then he's actually going to have a real strategy.
You're right. And well, the smoke's already going to go in. They're going to try and plant again, basically, in that smoke in the front of the bomb site here. SmithZz gets a good kill in on AdreN, and looks like they're not going to be able to put the bomb down this time. It's dropped in the middle of the site, but NBK, picks up 2 kills. CSET 75 is almost the replacement.
This is suddenly winnable, because they're going to get to some guns here. There's one. Crucially, the gun is the one who dies, though. Now, SmithZz is in a very tough situation.
Yeah, what is he going to do? I mean, he's going to fall all the way back. He's got time for it,
The problem is, you would expect the player who's moving over to his position now, Dosia could easily get over there and ensure that they can't plant there. But actually, Dosia's decided to stay A and gamble. I think this is a bad decision, actually. I usually prefer to split up, and then what you do is when you spot the guy, you don't go and you wait for the teammate to come. But this way, it's possible to get a clean plant without you even knowing where he is.
I mean, how much of a win is this for SmithZz in a 1-on-2 with just a pistol like this? Seems incredible.
Doesn't matter in the end, though. I mean, the crucial thing there was he didn't have a gun. He couldn't get to a gun. In fact, maybe that's part of why they stayed in the other site. All the guns were in the other site. So by staying there, you ensure, okay, he can plant, but he can only have a deagle when he plants. Whereas we have 2 guns. So okay, I can maybe understand that logic.
2 plants like that, that's a $1,600 bonus for them heading into the next round, which means they could, if they want, to pick up an AWP on Kenny. I think that's the difference between planting once or twice here, probably for Titan. So you got to wonder if they're going to be doing that straight away.
I mean, if I'm them, as they have, I would definitely do that. You want to, like, here's the thing with someone like Kenny S, with his style of play. If you're not going to buy an AWP for him, you're essentially admitting it won't work, and his style of play doesn't work, in which case, why is he in your team? If he's an amazing AWPer like he is, then you have to buy it and trust it's going to work. That's the style you've bought into.
And there it is, the opening pick. In spite of the flash and the grenade, Kenny is going to open up to it, so yeah, I think that's a reasonable thing to say, and it does work out for Titan so far. Angel and kucher both here. A lot of defense for HellRaisers already at the bomb site, and kucher Lopez did say it, defensive AWPing is one of the things that kucher can do, and he did it, taking down Existence, and there's going to be markeloff taking down SmithZz next. 3-on-4 here.
I mean, if you're Titan, there's still no rush. Even though you're down in men, like, you've still got the weapons, you've still got the health, you've still got flashes and nades, so you can still go slow, you've got time to work with.
And look at this SG-355 on MBK, something he's famous, almost uniquely famous for using this weapon. It actually works really well for him. There's where Kenny actually going to pick up that kill. Wasn't even
I
MBK.
expect them to go back to B now, actually, the way it's going at the moment.
They have time for it, they can. One more kill maybe here at the A-bomb side.
Like, it looks like he's just trying to hold them off so that they can decide if they want to go into B right now.
Angel goes down as well. Now 3-on-2 here. AdreN and markeloff still left alive, and they're both at the bomb site.
But now the time's getting down, though, so now they have to make a decision. And what are they going to do here? Because at any moment, AdreN, if he peeks at the right moment, he's just going to take them immediately out. Yeah, it's going to have to be A now.
Scream gets the first kill here.
And that was
AdreN,
too easy.
Yeah, no trouble at all.
Oh, and he doesn't even get taken out.
So you called it about 10 seconds earlier. They could have gone back to B if they had. They would have found a bounce site with no players in it.
They made the mistake where they were trying to figure out, based on where NBK and then Kenny S were looking, like, because they have the scopes, remember? Like, who's in this site? Like, have they all rotated? And actually, if you watch HellRaiser games, they're one of the slower teams to rotate. They don't buy fakes. They don't. I don't know why, but they just stay in their sites and they play very individually in that sense. Like, if I'm an A site player, I don't go B until someone calls me or the bomb is planted. And so it's actually hard to fake a team like that out. Like a Fnatic style would be very bad against the HellRaisers style.
You might be right. Well, this is Titan back to ecoing. That's 4 rounds in a row straight away for HellRaisers, and running into the bomb site here, probably not going to do that much for them, though. Good flash comes in. AdreN can't really see much of anything, and no bomb plant for Titan either, so it's a very strong start here for the CIS team. And it's going to be Scream to go down last. Not a single player dies on the CT side. So, you know, economically speaking as well, that round, pretty good for them.
I mean, I will say, okay, so HellRaisers is up 5-0. I actually have Titan favored to win this game. I think they're a narrow favorite on a bad map for both teams. But I actually am not that worried at the moment if I'm a Titan fan, okay, hypothetically. Because HellRaisers, this is what they do. They win a lot of CT rounds on this map. They're actually playing a lot more passively than they usually do. You haven't seen people pushing up into the apartments area. You haven't seen anyone run up the middle. And so it seems like they've got a plan in mind for Titan, but at the moment I'm not convinced yet that on the T side they're going to blow it away. So they're still to get a big score here, I think.
Do you think that kind of played that aggressive style that you're talking about? Do you think that's going to come once Titan start maybe winning rounds?
That could be the thing that changes it. Like at the moment, from how I've seen them play before, I've never seen them play this passively. But here we go, here's the first peek.
Yeah,
and it gets a kill.
Yeah, very nicely done. Scream, he tried to tap him down, but he's very passive. And I suppose if he pushes up, he doesn't know if anyone is in the window covering Angel, so he's got to play defensively here. It's a 4-on-4, and there's still time for Titan to do something, but AdreN is close by. They have a lot of power in the middle.
Locked in at the moment, basically. This guy who's over at A, though, could really help them now if he makes his presence shown, but he doesn't do it in time, unfortunately. NBK, if he'd have peeked out there, he could have maybe drawn one of these guys in this window, this corridor, over. But unfortunately, he wasn't able to, and now this is a really good spot for HellRaisers. They can just watch angles, and in theory, they've got a lockdown on where the terrorists can be.
Yeah, it even seems like now they've reminded themselves, oh wait, we can just play passively from here on out, and we're going to be just fine. Scream very low on health as well. They're going to run right into markeloff. He even freeze-fired that. I think he spotted the shadow coming around the corner, and that's a big problem with that particular corner, is you can actually see the shadow just a little bit before. So now Scream, 9 HP, 1-on-3.
You see what I mean? You don't see this fast rotation. They've still got 2 in A. And actually, they're gonna meet them in a second. But in theory, this is where markeloff, if he rotates correctly, can just lock this guy in. If he peeks this area again, then what's Scream going to do now? He's still got time, but no, well, obviously not in this round. But in that sort of a scenario, like you just saw, you didn't actually see any aggression aside from the early push where Angel went up and killed one. Yeah. Aside from that, all he did is watch angles and know that unless someone passes this part of my screen, there's only one place they can be.
How many rounds do you think Titan need at this point? Because, you know, 6-0 now for the first half. How many are they looking for to make it a successful first half?
Since it's not a good map for them, I feel like they probably need something like 6 rounds on T-half. If they get 6 or less, then I'm starting to feel like, okay, actually HellRaisers is probably going to win this. But I think that's right where the mark is, because then that means if they get 6, now HellRaisers has to get 7 T-rounds. Now, do they do that? I'm not sure.
And look at that Angel again. This time it was aggressive underpass. He does trade just the one, but he does some good damage to SmithZz as well, and it puts Titan off guard, especially because now he knows that there was people on that side of the map. That's a lot of information. Titan might actually have to switch up what they were doing that round just because of what Angel was doing here.
What confuses me is this guy who's over in the house area at A. Like, they're not doing fakes. HellRaisers don't buy fakes. So in that case, why is he over there? Are they going to pull all the way back and go to A? At the moment, they keep doing the same slow push onto B and then trying to go up this middle area.
Well, they brought it back to a 3-on-3, and there's MBK finally pushing at the right time. Last time it wasn't the right timing, but this time he picks off markeloff, and he could go for a second one. He gets the headshot on AdreN, and that's nicely done now. Kucher in a 1-on-3 with the AWP. Unless they peek him, he shouldn't be able to win this round. He misses the first shot there, and this might be the first round for Titan.
No, it's looking very much so, especially because he's going to want to save this gun. Now, the key thing is there, I actually think by watching that play, now I understand why they had MBK just passively playing there. He never peeked, so they could never know there was someone there. There hadn't been someone there the past times that they'd pushed. He'd always been either on that little ramp over here, or he'd been over at the other site. And so what they were actually waiting was for Kenny S, or the man in that little connector, to call where the position of the guy in the site was. And when he called it, that's when NBK could step out and kill him there. So it was actually quite an interesting play in terms of like getting an informational advantage on that guy for NBK.
Yeah, I mean, you have a lot to cover. You have a really wide angle to cover when you get out of the apartments, because there's basically connector and window room jungle and also CT spawn. So,
see this kill here, because usually it's the opposite. Usually that guy has the jump on you because he's just looking where you're coming out.
Yeah.
Whereas you have to look right, left, you have to scan the whole area essentially, up and down. There's different levels in that site.
Absolutely.
And NBK is going to go there again. It's going to be the same strategy again, it looks like.
Plenty of money still on HellRaisers, having won 6 rounds in a row.
And you notice he always plays it very passively like this. He never just like peeks out. It's not a fake. That's the thing. They're not trying to sell a fake here.
Kucher in the middle. Kenny waiting for him, and he actually ducked down for a headshot there. Kucher making life easy for Kenny. And then they smoke off the window to buy. I mean, Titan are very, very adamant to take this mid control, it seems. Whatever they're doing, it seems like they want to take control of middle. And they do it pushing top of mid and then pushing underpass. That seems to be like the core of whatever they're doing every round. But now Angel's going to take down Scream, and he does fall back. So HellRaisers still in this.
But see, it's always about that connector for Titan. They're going there every time. And part of it's because they're pushing NBK over to that site. So they need to know, when do we call him over or when do we go to A?
When MBK peeks out of the apartments, once again he's going to take the kill, but there's markeloff getting a quick double and controls the bomb. Angel takes down SmithZz. It's going to be on NBK 1-on-3, so in spite of that great kill from apartments, it's nowhere near enough here. He takes down one more. He's looking for it here, and there's the motion tracking. Those are his eyes we're seeing right here.
I feel like I'm on acid right now.
Yeah, well, he's going to get taken down by Dosia, but what you're seeing right there is actually a new technology that we got implemented here for the Dreamhack Steel Series CSGO tournament. It's the, well, I don't know if we can see them here, but there's infrared sensors underneath the monitor, and they track his eyes, so we know what he's looking at the screen. And that's potentially could be fun in a 1-on-3 like that.
In a 1-on-1, in a 1-on-X situation, it's very interesting, because then you'll know if he missed someone who's looking over there. I'm just glad in real life there's no eye tracking technology when I walk around, say, an event like this.
Yeah, I know what you mean. You see the cosplay girls earlier?
Oh, no, I just meant to just enjoy the scenery. What are you talking about, Anders?
I don't know, Thorin. What am I talking about?
Those girls are underage. That's disgusting, Anders. Grow up.
That's wrong.
Yeah.
It's wrong. All right, 7-1, and we are into the 9th round. 3 AKs picked up, and
but you asked, will they still keep this kind of like passive style? And they have overall. They every now and then, okay, Angel, he'll push up, and then he dies or trades and gets back. No one else is playing that aggressive style. They've never gone up there. They've never gone down the little ramp. They've never gone even into the balcony area. This is the opposite of how I've ever seen HellRaisers play this map. So maybe that's why HellRaisers was so confident, and maybe they've changed their style. It's working for them more, because historically not a good map for them. Like, it feels like, okay, HellRaisers have the idea of what to do here. Titan look like they really don't have a clue. They've done the same thing over and over.
Yeah, I agree completely. I'm very surprised.
And now that NBK dies, well, you know where the Titan players are, don't you?
Pretty much, and they're just going to take him down, no problem though. Kenny actually does get 2 in return with an AK. No longer has the AWP, so 2-on-3, and he's really far away. Well, he's going to be in the bomb site now, finally putting down the bomb. Took a little bit of time for him to do that. Maybe they can hold this, but they don't have any grenades, Thorin.
No, this is a winnable round though, just because of like Scream's position here. He can take all these battles 1v1. If I'm Kenny, I just hide and listen to Scream's information. But Scream can take 1v1s all day here if he does it right.
Gets the first one. He's going to get a second kill right then. It's a 1-on-1.
Kenny's in a bad situation
hiding
here.
at the corner. markeloff is going to come around. He's so close to this, dancing around this pillar. 41 health, and he's going to be found by markeloff. And that is going to be another save. He did it in the pistol round too, and he saves HellRaisers again.
That makes me wonder if what I said before about Scream and the reason they'd moved his position is accurate. Like, maybe he's not very good at communicating. Because in that scenario, if he'd have said like 2 to my left here and 1 to my right, then Kenny could have pushed out earlier and just covered the guy on the right and ensured that he's not worried about that. But you saw there, after Scream killed one, got killed, Kenny S didn't even come out until after that. 2 people had to die. 3, in fact, 2 enemies and 1 from his team before he even peeked out. So that would have been a winnable round, possibly, for Titan.
Oh, God, are you kidding me? markeloff is 17-1-1. Holy hell. I mean, we know he has a really high ceiling, but this is ridiculous. We're only 10 rounds. We're only 9 rounds. This is the beginning of the 10th round, and he's got 17 kills.
This was one of the maps, though, that I remember when he was in Na'Vi, and they started to get good towards the end of their period together when they had that star ladder where I think it was 6 was the one where they came to the final and played Nip there. Yeah. And I think they actually won on Mirage against Nip, and that was when markeloff actually had started to get his game together there. But what's funny is at the time, he used to play that window room all the time. He used to go in there, sometimes he'd AWP, sometimes he'd just push up with a Colt, so maybe more evidence that actually they have switched up a little bit. If markeloff was used to playing that, that position, maybe now he said, all right, I'm somewhere else. This is an eco round for Titan, and they're getting demolished. No, this has been way too easy for HellRaisers at the moment, The Titan guys, they've done the same strategy every time. It's worked once, and that's it. They haven't even varied it up. Where are the rushes? No rushes. In fact, they're almost playing like they're expecting the old HellRaisers. The position they take, they want you to peek out that window room. That's when Kenny S kills you. They want you to peek out of the catwalk area. That's when someone else kills you. They want you to push in a balcony. They're waiting around that corner. And if you don't do it, you're just letting them waste time. And then as a result, they're running out of time. What do we do now? Stay the same strat. And if you look at the minimap, it's MBK in the apartments. It's 4 people towards the B bomb site. Probably going to be doing the exact same thing again. This is the downside of AWPing on T side. Unless you're very, very aggressive, you have to wait for them to come to you. If they don't come to you, you can never get a shot. Oh, Dosia. Where did he get that kill? Can we switch to Dosia real quick? Wondering where he got that shot. Yeah, he was wall-banging through, taking down SmithZz. That's what I was wondering about. So he's in the B-bomb side, and he did take down SmithZz, just shooting through the wall. Oh, and he should have spotted them here. So this nade's going to be right on target. Does some good damage to Existence. Now he's going to peek again, maybe just at the right time. Yeah, that's it. Kenny's down, looking for another kill. He's going to take the challenge here against Scream, which is a bad idea. Scream, he hits almost nothing but headshots, and Existence going to pick up one as well. It's turning around. HellRaisers with too much confidence here. Now it's going to be 2-on-3. Yeah, listen, if they get the kills there, we'd all be saying, oh, great round. But actually, that was a big mistake because, again, when you have the information that Titan's going that same spot again, why press them? They haven't been able to get into sights. They very rarely get the bomb planted. So you actually don't need to take those aim duels because when you take a long-range aim duel versus a person who's better than you with aim, well, I think you can figure out how that works out. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, we saw the result, didn't we? And again, see, I mean, obviously I'm talking about before when they were fighting versus Scream, but that's the thing. One of the downsides of the HellRaisers players, I've always thought, is that almost every player on HellRaisers at some point in their career, except Angel, has been considered an aim star. So as a result, in their minds, they think they can out-aim everyone. Whereas actually, Scream's one of the few players in the world, players on this team potentially can't out-aim. Like, maybe Dosia can. Maybe markeloff sometimes can. But the others, listen, I think Scream's better at aiming than you, mate. Yeah, but you need maybe a little bit less confidence. This opening, though, is great. NBK with a double opener headshot. Scream takes 2, and HellRaisers get overrun, and this is finally thrown. It's a different setup for Titan. It was a full push onto A, and what do you know? Instantly it worked. After all those rounds, HellRaisers' whole setup has been, well, they keep doing the same thing. We always just check that middle area, get it locked in. The only downside here is Titan have waited a bit too long to start doing this. They allowed too much to go by already. It's 9-2. And now Dosia, best case scenario, maybe get an extra kill or 2 or save the rifle. He'll save the rifle. He's the player who just takes the 1v1s over and over, and so the only way for him to win this is literally to get 5 1v1s in a row, and there's simply not time. Yeah, that would have to mean that Titan had like basically just a mental breakdown and tried to fight him. So there it is. SmithZz going to take him down. I mean, it's 9-3. This is still a pretty good half for HellRaisers. I want to see now if Dosia buys, if the money's still fine. Let's see. Well, at the moment, I'm just looking at Niak, so that's not helping me at all. As lovely as he is to look at. He's looking a little bit worried, I'd say. No, he looks a bit pensive. Well, what if you're the motivational speaker here, Thorin, for Titan, what would you be telling him right now? I'd say something like they're playing totally opposite of what we expected, so we need to play the opposite of how we were going to play. Oh, so like, minus equals plus, is that it? Something like that. Like, if what they're doing is working, you have to do the opposite, essentially. That's hard, though, to do on the fly, isn't it? I mean... No, especially for a team like Titan. They're not used to... Like, they're going to have to run and gun now. They're going to have to do it like they took over that A site, and that's not how Titan want to play. Now, I think they can, though. If you turn loose Scream and you turn loose Kenny S and tell them to run in, get picks, just get the entry kills, it's doable. Yeah, so Existence, the Belgian in-game leader, he has to let go of the leashes and just, I don't see that happening, unfortunately. His style, he's a bit like Pronax in those games they lost against SK yesterday. If he loses, he's going to go out playing his style that he thinks works and exactly what he wants to do. He's not going to say, okay, let's just go random. Let's go like free-for-all style and let's just see what happens. Well, this is around it. Obviously, Titan cannot afford to lose. They're here's the man coming behind. Pistols. He's going to get the free kill onto them. Oh, no, you're kidding me. Angel. And the bomb.
That's terrible. They are bringing it back, though. Scream and Kenny are picking up some good kills here, and Dosia, well, he's actually covering the bomb as well. It's a 2-on-3. This definitely isn't over yet. Angel here with the AK.
Angel can do work here, especially because there's an AWP, so he's not going to want to just peek out on his own. So it's essentially, yeah, it's a 2v3, but you can make it a 2v2, and now it is a 2v2 with an AWP.
You're kidding me.
Now the AWP's in big, big trouble. Look where the bomb is.
Kenny walks out. He misses the first one. They know where he is, and he's going to go down. Angel wins the round, coming up behind into the connector, and he takes down, what, 3 people, and then Kenny at the end. Incredible play. And, I mean, I think that has to be, that pretty much is what breaks Titan right here. You lose an eco round like this, or an anti-eco?
It feels like, okay, Titan was going to win that round. As they were going into A, they had all the positioning right. And they had the bomb carrier at the back of the rush, which is standard. But unfortunately, you know the way, like the angle you get killed at in CSGO can sort of throw the bomb further. In 1.6, it used to just land on the ground where you were stood. So I actually threw it just a little bit too far back. If it was up on those steps, then someone would have to constantly peek it to watch it. But it was right at the corner of it.
Was it like a present? Just like, take this bomb. I don't want it anymore. All right.
And now they're back to the slow strategies again. See, I think if that round had worked, then they would have been more inclined to do quicker rounds.
10-3. It's a 7-round lead for HellRaisers here. I mean, this map is CT-sided, but only a little bit. This isn't Nuke or Train or anything where, you know, having a 10-3 lead is, you know, not maybe that big a deal.
What's crazy about this is, if they did quicker attacks, so A would obviously be the site so far that we'd say they should have attacked. Angel gets taken out then. This is going to at least mean that they can't be that quick rotation that always screws them.
But this is something they haven't done before either. Putting Scream into the whorehouse basically is a really good idea. So they get up the first kill there. Angel goes down. Now kucher and markeloff returning instantly. Scream and MBK down. They rush into the connector.
Once again, markeloff's aim today. This guy's unreal.
I don't get it. It's Existence left alone, and he's going to have to pick up the bomb again. It fell forward, so nothing is working for Titan, and markeloff wants even more kills. He's going to get it as well. A sickening triple kill, and I mean, if we can bring up the scoreboard right after.
I'd love to see markeloff score now.
Yeah,
you have to understand, markeloff, we've never fully gotten to see it 20-4. We've never fully gotten to see it in CSGO, unfortunately. He had like occasional games where he was really good, but this guy was like, of the last 3 years of CS 1.6, he was one of the top 2 or 3 players in the whole world. And like just in that span of 3 years, I would say he'd be in my top 5 all-time players. He was that good, you know. He literally just was like perfect in almost every area. Could use rifles, could use the AWP, could use pistols. He's incredible.
Now look at that. So much confidence in HellRaisers. They're here for the final round. Kucher just jumps down to the underpass with the AWP, and he actually could have got a pick off then. Kenny does go down now. Angel coming into the window room, going to take down SmithZz, and this is no longer a game, it seems. Titan are really, really hurting from this first half.
And what's funny is, the only times HellRaisers have been aggressive, which is always around this mid area, it's nearly always, the worst happens is a trade, and usually they get a kill for free. If you're playing passively like this, one thing that can never happen is the other guy plays aggressively as CT, and you just die without even seeing him. You're supposed to have every angle covered. That's the idea of playing passive. You want them to push up. He's playing right into your style, you know.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like even that doesn't seem like to be quite enough for Titan to win the engagement here. And
I have to say, okay, I had questions about HellRaisers T side, but at the moment, man alive, Titan need a monster CT side here. I think HellRaisers have done enough to win this game now.
And this would be one of the all-time sickest combats if Titan can make it back from this. But, well, Existence does go down.
Because this round's not going to go Titan's way either, unfortunately.
No, I mean, what could he do here, Scream? He hasn't got the time either, I think, and no bomb. He does got to have the bomb, but he's going to have to kill these 2 people in the bomb site and then wait for it. What, 20 seconds now? He's going to pick up the first one there. He has to get one more, and then it's winnable, actually. Running into the site, he doesn't realize someone's there, and Dosia will finish the round easily.
And this is the thing, when we talked earlier about winning pistol rounds, if Reason could hypothetically do it against HellRaisers, HellRaisers is one of the scariest teams on any pistol round, because they're just full of aimers. And on the pistol rounds in CSGO, I think tactics usually matter less than having the really sick aim.
Yeah, I would agree. And actually, I think that's something a lot of people maybe are slow to realize, because I still see too many teams in pistol rounds. They put down a smoke or a Molotov, and they just assume that's going to work like it does in every other round. But actually, a lot of the time, people just rush right through a smoke or a Molotov in a pistol round because they don't care. They can just run in and gun you twice in the head, and they still win. Well, looks like it's going to be a B play this time. SmithZz jumping. He's going to spot a couple of people now. Look at this. The flash is going to... But look at that. HellRaisers, they keep running. They don't give a damn about the fire. MBK, though, does pick up the first kill. Existence dropping low inside the bomb site, and they're going to have to fall back. Kucher takes a return onto SmithZz, and now it's a 4-on-4.
I mean, everyone has gotten over from Titan. Their problem is the delay. Actually, you wondered, like, how would that stop the bomb being planted? At the moment, though, it looks fine for the HellRaisers guys.
Yeah, they put down the bomb here. It's a 3-on-3. They definitely have the advantage. Dosia's going to get the 1 kill. Here comes the aim, and he's going to go for another one. He gets the double. Kenny goes down. Now Scream in a 1-on-3 here inside the kitchen. They know exactly where he is. So once he walks out, that's probably going to be it. Even though he has the health advantage, it's probably not going to be enough here. He's trying to get that one headshot in, peeks out once, he's falling low down to 20. He's going to get knifed. Kucher takes him down, and look at the reaction. Oh man, HellRaisers making a mockery of this game against Titan.
Yeah, what's crazy about this for me is if Titan lose this game, consider this. When I was saying before, like, who has HellRaisers beaten on it? Well, who has Titan beaten on it? The last time they won any big games on this was like the latter 3 months of last year. This isn't a map they usually play. They don't play Train either. They've gambled playing Train recently. They've gambled now playing this map, Mirage, and they played it also against the Poles in the EMS Katowice event, and so they've taken these big gambles in their map pool, trying to expand it. And so I wonder, like, that's the sort of thing where you take a big risk, which you know we had a stronger map we could have potentially played. That's the kind of thing that causes, like, internal strife, because then people are like, whoever made that decision, they're like, what were you thinking? Like, it wasn't going to work. We could have played them on Inferno. We could have played them on Dust 2. We could have played them on a map that we really like Nuke or something. We could have left that in. They wouldn't have banned it. And instead we're playing on a map we're not good on, they're not good on, but suddenly they're good on it and we're not good on it. Like, what was the thinking here, Existence?
Maybe they just simply weren't aware. I don't know how much they've been practicing against each other. I know HellRaisers have been sort of, putting a lot of time into practice, but it might not have been against Titan. So maybe Titan have just been blissfully unaware that HellRaisers are actually improved on it. It's looking scary anyway. This is going to be 14-3. That's a massive lead, of course, for the CIS team, and it's going to be down to Existence. He goes down as well. Nobody dies on HellRaisers' side. I mean, I don't know. Can you try and sex this up for us a little bit, Thorin? How can you tell the story in a way where Titan make the comeback and win?
Well, Titan, luckily they're on CT side, right? All the tactical problems, those don't matter anymore. Now you just need your aimers to start aiming and getting kills. If you do that, listen, Titan's a very good team at rotating, so I could see them, if they start to string rounds together, that's where the door opens. The problem is there's 14 rounds already for HellRaisers, so what room for error is there? Essentially none. And you're on CT side where when you lose rounds, you have to eco usually.
And they forced it up, actually. They bought armor and pistols and one from us here in the 14th. They just don't even care anymore. They've realized now is it, otherwise HellRaisers is going to be at match and map point. So they want to try and
this is actually good positioning though, in terms of where they are, considering it's going to be an A attack.
Yeah, you're right. They are on the shadows inside the bomb site as once again. Angel very flashed here onto Tetris. Looking to see if he can get a kill. And Kenny's going to take him down early on, but AdreN with the instant return. And now Existence, Kenny coming in. Everybody from Titan making a quick rotation to the A bomb site. So nice play.
This is wonderful stuff.
Good play.
That was a good gamble. Because you saw, okay, the buy looks ridiculous, but where they placed them, listen, they don't know they're coming A. But if they all come A, that's exactly where you want to have people. Not least because HellRaisers, like I said, okay, think about what I said before the game. HellRaisers are so aggressive usually on CT side, but usually they're very passive on T side. You saw it there. Because they're all the aimers and the stars, usually an aimer and a star isn't the guy who goes in first, right? He goes in second or third, he lets the other guys rush out, and he just uses them as decoys. When you've got a whole team of those, suddenly no one wants to go in first. If someone dies, I slow. Oh, I'm not going in and dying. It's like a bad mentality to have, and if HellRaisers plays into that, now it opens the door up for Titan. They haven't adjusted that part of the game, even though they've got the CT side down now.
It feels like it's time for Titan to go big or go home, basically. We're looking at 12 rounds in a row for them here. I mean, mathematically it's possible. And if you're right, if they step it up, if they hit all the shots and they make the right calls, they can do that. But it's going to be a long struggle, isn't it? Smokes up in the window and in apartments, and they do have a pretty good setup here. 3 people really far into the A bomb site. Nobody holding back towards ramp or towards.
And you notice how
jungle.
ultra passive the guys from Titan play. They never even peek that connector. Although that is amazing that a guy could actually get shot in the back from that position with no one watching. That was a huge mistake by Titan in terms of communication.
Yeah, but they're making up for it. SmithZz is going to get 2 kills in return, in fact, and it's going to be AdreN and markeloff left. One's going to peek in. AdreN gets the 1 kill, Scream with the instant return. Hiding up there by the ladder, and it's going to be just markeloff left here. 1-on-3. I mean, he's had an incredible game so far, so I wouldn't even rule him out here.
I mean, if he wins this, we have to elevate him to like God status for this game.
That sounds
I don't think
right.
he's going to, but then again, he has the AK. He has full life. He has a tiny bit of time. He's just hoping they rotate, and then he's going to run in and try and kill one and plant the bomb. Yeah. So let's see. That's exactly what's happening. Look, they're going over to B. Nope, SmithZz is actually going to come around the back. So that's actually going to be unfortunate for markeloff. He's not really going to get the chance here because there's not going to be time to kill both and plant, I think.
No, I really don't think so either. Just 11
He's
seconds
going to get the first one, it looks like.
Turn around, but oh, there it is. I think they had him sandwiched in pretty much. But it's a good effort anyway from markeloff. Even though it seems like he did nothing, I think you're right. He was hoping one of them was going to lose patience and walk around. I mean, that's 2 rounds in a row here for Titan. Still a very long way to go, but I mean, I remember I talked to Natu about this for a while. How do you play this sort of stuff? And he said, when you're a professional player at this level, you think about one round at a time.
Yeah.
You don't think about what the other team scores is at all.
Well, the key thing here is the gamble gets bigger because now they're going to put an AWP in Kenny S's hand every time. So if he starts losing this AWP, now it becomes extremely difficult to win all these rounds in a row, you know, because then your economy is constantly under pressure of buying the AWP. And there we go, he's lost it already.
No,
into a pistol.
That boost actually worked out. kucher got the kill. Existence there. The bomb is down. He's running out of bullets. That's the problem with the M4A1.
The key thing is they have the bomb now. There's no reason to peek anymore. Well, except that they're obviously going to slaughter everyone.
Well, but that could still be a worry if Titan are gonna play aggressively in those situations. If they do that at the wrong time, even once against HellRaisers, that could lose them the map.
No, I mean that round there, losing the AWP. If that had been a gun round, that probably would have been almost game for the HellRaisers. Yeah, luckily it was a pistol round. That guy picking up the AWP wasn't going to do much himself, so they got away with it that time. But watch that gamble. Watch what happens when Kenny S tries pushing out. Like he's going to every time, pretty much.
Yeah, he's
because the time he loses it on a gun round is when potentially Titan loses the whole game.
He takes the one shot, does miss it, and then sort of falls back there. Coming 2 people underpass and just one at the top of mid there. Scream with the first kill, taking down Angel. And it's looking good. Good start for Titan here. This would be an incredible comeback. If Titan can really manage this on land, then it's going to give them a big boost in this tournament early on. kucher waiting, and if Kenny peeks up here, that could be another really great return for HellRaisers. Oh, it's actually SmithZz, sorry, that's standing here. He jumps and he spots him, so yeah, it seems like maybe they are a little bit used to at least playing against each other, because that seemed like kucher had SmithZz had a really good understanding of what was going on. Cheeky flashbang gonna rain in. That they actually hit a lot of people then, but they're gonna keep pushing anyway. MBK's gonna run out of bullets. Now down to the pistol. He's gonna get overrun. And there's markeloff with a kill on SmithZz. Now 4 on 3. HellRaisers turning it around once again.
And HellRaiser's aim across the board this game has just been completely on. I'm trying to think of who on their team hasn't had really good rounds. Like maybe AdreN had a couple that weren't that amazing. Everyone else is winning the initial duels.
Yeah, even while flashed, kucher's going to pick up that kill. Now Scream alone, going to go down. Dosia picks up that one, and that's now 15 rounds for HellRaisers. And Titan, man, they must be losing faith at this point.
I wonder what markeloff's score is now. He must be approaching like all-time great single-game scores at the moment. Bearing in mind they haven't lost that many rounds. Bit of free advertising there.
It's a Dreamhack tattoo. Have you got
I
one of
imagine
those?
it probably wasn't a tattoo, mate. I'd imagine it was some sort of transfer.
Are you going to get a Dreamhack tattoo?
Oh, yeah, if she tells me where to get him.
We'll find that out for later. 15-6 here, 22nd round up, and it's an auto sniper on MBK, just a pistol on Kenny, so even though they've won a lot, they've also lost a lot of money basically in these rounds. HellRaisers have been close. Dosia with the first grenade, that's a kill on Existence. AdreN picks up Scream, it's falling apart.
No, Titan have no clue what to do. They need to go crazy now to even win this round, and it's looking like they're not going to.
No, I mean, look at all the smokes that are down. The bomb is already planted, and they do have the one kid on MBK, but he's not going to be running in first, obviously, here. And there it is. NBK alone, 1 on 5. What a performance from HellRaisers. 16-6 against Titan on Mirage. That was a bit of an upset. I did not see that coming. I maybe thought HellRaisers could win, but not at all in this fashion. Yep. What to say?
Well, I mean, now that people are here, lots to talk about, I think.
I called it.
Yeah,
you called
That's
what?
what to say. The upset.
Yeah, but you didn't say how many rounds. You called them winning. You didn't say they win. Oh, they win 16-6.